We're back with the rebuild, and we're already starting off strong. Trading back for Martellus Bennett. Clearly a Bears-type move. Nothing huge starting there, but if you guys kind of got shocked by how quick the intro was, this is the last part of the rebuild for the Bears. Can we turn this 6-10 team into a champion? As it is 6-10, as I think we've had 2 straight seasons 6-10, or very close to that. I don't know why, but we're locked in at 6-10, it would appear. Our team is pretty good, made up of a lot of different free agents and trade players, as a rebuild should. You can't really develop players as much as you would if you were actually playing, so most of the players and most of the changes that you need to win are going to end up through free agency and trading, obviously. But we do have a pretty damn good team. Our defense is really good, I would say. We have 3 great middle linebackers, which is not really needed, but with the Bears middle linebacker injury issue over the last few years, it definitely doesn't hurt. Cornerback, huge issue, as the Bears already know that as well. But we do have some rookies that are aspiring to be legends for us. Amos, he's playing really well, and TJ McDonald, of course, kind of a proven player already as a 91 overall. As we're simulating to the end, it doesn't look like we have a playoff game, and that's because we're 6-10. Every single season, the Bears end up 6-10. As you can see, the free agent here, big ticket is Tress Way. Not really the most expensive, but he is the highest overall. Le'Veon Bell, quite a bit of running backs. Peterson, Le'Veon Bell. I don't think Peterson would ever make it to free agency unless he did a Von Miller. And I can say a Von Miller because he's like the most greedy player I've seen in a while now. Other than maybe Joey Bosa, since Bosa's a rookie. Like, he's a rookie, and he's, like, really having issues. It's like, come on, bro, you haven't even proved anything. Is that, like, a sign that you're crap? As you can see, we actually have some really big-ticket, great players that we're trying to get onto our team. Question is, do we have the money and the willpower to get them? We kind of do. We end up with Damon Harrison, Hayward. We don't get Osmel, or Osemele anyways, but we do get at least a cornerback. We get Casey Hayward. We didn't want to come out with none. We go with James Jordan, a bit of a reach, but that was because they took our cornerback we desperately wanted, and we just got mad and we reached for a player we needed. Here we actually get a decent running back, although I don't feel like it's necessary because the running backs don't really develop for me, it seems. But here we go with a strong safety, not a huge need, but we do need safety, and Asa Knight is a good pick, a really good pick here. As that was pretty much the highlights of the draft. Didn't really get much there, but we did get Darius Slay. So now our cornerbacks go from one of the league's worst to one of the league's best. At least a top 10. A top 10 defensive backfield for sure. Lamar Miller leading the charge. Alshon Jeffrey with Martavis Bryant. And Martavis Bryant. Ben Mays playing as starter finally. Left tackle, a bit of an issue. Left guard is good once again with Boone. Center, still Louis Vasquez. We should probably get rid of him. I know his name is Louis, but I like calling him Louis. Kyle Long, still a proven player on our team. And Zietler playing right tackle. Alden Smith, still left end. We probably should put him at right out, but he's playing really good at left end for us, so why not? Damon Harrison does make the transition back to defensive tackle where he belongs. And we do drop Jarrell Freeman in a trade, I believe, as we now have a decent defensive backfield. Will that change anything for us? Will the Bears get out of the 6-10 slump, or will they continue to dominate that 6-10 spot, which we do also have a great punter there as Pat McAfee, one of the best league punters in real life and Madden. 98 overall is pretty freaking insane if you ask me. But of course, if you've been looking at the stats, which you probably can't because I don't show it enough, Tannehill, believe it or not, has been taking top 5 in the throwing stats for like 3 straight seasons. I don't know how we don't have a better record. At 7-9 is not a great record, as once again we did simulate, and kind of a weird transition there, but we did go to 7-9, so we got 1 extra win and 1 less loss. Whoop-de freaking do. Robbie Gould winning kicker of the year on the Lions. That's ironic. It makes sense though. Lions probably would pick him up. The Lions have had some issues with kicker overall. Another reason, if you see those Fs, I feel like that's another reason why we're not winning as much. We have like 3 positions that are Fs, even though there shouldn't be. We go to free agency there, but we didn't have many cap spaces. We did clear up some stuff though, and we did pick up 3 linemen. We're going to try to fix our lineman position, as we do have a couple of mismatches and a couple of mistakes mixed in. There, we tried to trade for that corner. We wanted Grayson. Grayson ended up being, I think, an 81 overall with like 96 speed. We do pick up a great player, although, like with Melvin Cooper, not a bad player. But here we going for the cream of the crop, and we get him. Patrick Peterson, leading a talented defensive backfield now, going from one of the league's worst to one of the league's best to the league's best cornerbacks, and it's insane that that's where we are headed now, as the Bears never having something like that, like ever. Like, I don't remember any time where the Bears have had that good of a defensive backfield. But we do also pick up Devontae Parker in free agency. Not exactly sure why he was there, but we did take him as a backup tight end, I believe. He's still a wide receiver, but that's where he's going to fit for us, since we already have tons of wide receiving talent. As you guys can see, the lineman position a little messed up, but we do have high overall players there. Got to change up some players a little bit. Gabe Jackson somehow playing 2 positions. I don't know why I have this still in. It probably should be edited, but it's already in and it doesn't matter. So might as well just go over it. My hands are really itchy, and you're going to hear that mentioned in the Draft Champions video that's going to come out a little bit later today. Don't know exactly why we kept this in. I think I must have just forgot to edit it, but we are past that point. Eddie Goldman playing right end still. Damon Harrison still at DT. Leonard Floyd going to left out now. Ogletree, the new middle linebacker, was in free agency. Pretty cheap price. Ogletree definitely leading a talented defense. And you guys do know that we have insane defensive backs now. Free safety's a little off, but Asa Knight did win Defensive Rookie of the Year, so he's pretty good. And TJ McDonald is a great player as well. Of course, if you know my rules, the rules are you either play 5 seasons, or not play, but you simulate 5 seasons or Super Bowl. So Super Bowl or 5 seasons. This will be the 5th season, and we finally make the playoffs. We finally take that Bears team to the playoffs at 11-4-1 as one of the best teams in the league this season, actually. I didn't show the stats too much, or the Super Bowl stuff, but the Seahawks have been battling it out like crazy with the Bengals, I believe. And it is insane. As you guys can see, one of the teams just changed to the Armadillos. Might actually be the Bengals. I didn't really see the Bengals to my knowledge, but I think it might have been the Bengals that switched to the Armadillos. I don't remember quite sure. But yeah, the Seahawks have been in the playoffs and the Super Bowl like almost every season. Tampa Bay Swordfish is their Bengals best friend. I don't know why I said it like that. But of course, we're simulating to the end of the game just about, and it's a good one. If you look at that game, it is insanely close. It is ridiculous how close that game is. Down by 1, the Bears need to get a score. We cannot lose our first playoff game in 5 years. That would be embarrassing. As we do kick a field goal with our talented young kicker. Up by 2. Is Tampa going to score? I believe the Bears get the score here. Winston driving them down, though. We actually step into the game at the 6-yard line. This is like the craziest playoff game to ever exist. To the outside, Patrick Peterson missing the pick. Should have had it there. He really should have. Doesn't get it, though. As we have another throw. It almost picked off by us, but Ogletree easily getting the interception there. Huge play for us to win our first playoff game that we've been in and won in 5+ years. And it was a good one. If you look at those stats, that is not a good Super Bowl. That is a good playoff game, as once again, the Seahawks, like I said, always making their bid. Up by 11, looks like we might win this game and go to the championship game. Seahawks driving, they do put it within 1 touchdown. Henry running out the clock, but if you know, Super Sim's a little awkward where the clock doesn't really drain, but Russell Wilson cannot win the game. He had a chance to get the tie. Couldn't get down the field. 4 straight incompletions. John Fox, very happy even though he was fired, then once rehired. Finally getting to the NFC Championship game once again, and it is going to be against the division rival Detroit Lions, which is, if there was ever a game that they would want to win, it would be this one. It would definitely be this one. But as you guys can see, the end of the first quarter ends up being all Detroit, and start of the second is all Detroit, but the Bears actually coming back here, tying up the game before half. But not really, as the Lions strike. We are down by 11, and missed field goal by the Lions costing them huge there as the Bears are down by 5. Can they win this? The start of the 4th, we're going to next play so we don't miss it. As the Lions are driving, can they hit the field goal? They can. It's another 8-point game, just like last game. Intercepted by Quentin Rollins. That is most likely going to be the game, as we're now down by 2 touchdowns and then some. If you look at the stat line, Tannehill trying to go, and he throws another interception. And as you guys can see by the score, there's no chance in hell we're going to win it. We do give a valiant effort as we do get another touchdown, down by 14. The Lions are going to easily kneel this game out or take their field goal. Little douchey there, but they did win by 17 points. They do deserve it, but we obviously wanted to win that so bad. 260 rushing yards. I don't think you're going to win a playoff game allowing that much rushing yards. I failed you. I failed you guys as a rebuilder. I failed the Bears. It's time to retire. But if you guys did enjoy the video, hit like, subscribe, maybe share, and also let me know what team we should rebuild next if we do another one. But I hope you guys do come back for next video. But until next video, see ya! Hey there guys, we're back with our second rebuild on the channel, and as you can already see, it is the Bears. So what is going on, guys? We're back with another video. This is more franchise.